What's up, babes? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Christiana, and I am back with another video. I have missed you guys so much. It has been a full month since I have uploaded anything. I'm mad disrespectful for that. I'm sorry. I have missed you guys like so much. I know I keep saying that, but I really have missed being here. So I'm coming to you guys barefaced because we are doing a full get ready with me. I'm going to be showing makeup, outfits, and fragrance. Not going to be showing hair because my hair is already dead. So if you want to hang out with me, watch me get ready. I'm also going to be answering some questions that you guys left here on YouTube, as well as my Instagram page. If you're not following me there, make sure you're following me at Bad Brown Skin so you can participate in the next Q&A get ready with me. I'm going to be answering a few questions about my personal life, as well as giving my opinion on a few topics. So if you want to hang out with me, watch me beat this mug, then just keep watching. All right, so I went ahead and filled in my brows and primed my eyelids because nobody cares about my brows. They're not anything special. And you know, the video direction is more about answering these questions and not so much about the makeup look. But I did want to share with you guys the brow pencil that I've been using, which is this Morphe micro brow pencil in the shade Chocolate Mousse. Y'all, I have been a diehard Anastasia Beverly Hills, brow person for years. And then TikTok put me on, and I was like, well, let me just give it a try. I mean, it's only $5. Like, it waste $5, whatever. Bruh. The only thing I will say is there is not a lot of product in this. So if you try it and you like it, then go buy two. But love this. I've got 3 currently like in backup. This is how much I love this. So it's only $5. I was paying $20-something for Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil. Can't beat it. So fill my brows in with this and my dip brow pomade at the tails of my brows, and then I primed my eyelids, and now we're ready for eyeshadow. I'm gonna be doing like this brown smoky eye I've been doing lately. So I'm gonna be working out of this Chocolates by Juvia's Place and Nude Mood from what's this, ColourPop. I'm not really gonna be showing like the shades I'm using. I'm really just gonna be talking and answering the questions, which I have written down in my cute little YouTube journal, because as you guys know, I film from my phone. So I wasn't able to look at my phone at all the questions you guys asked, so I had to write them all down. But whatever, we on the come up. All right, so to start with, where have I been? I just been working a lot, honestly. Something has happened, recently in my life that has drastically changed my living situation. And that means that I've just had to hustle a little bit harder than I normally would. I've had, my bills have pretty much doubled, technically, yeah, doubled. So I have had to make sure that I am hustling. So with that being said, I picked up an extra day at the clinic, and I've been picking up like extra clients as far as freelancing, doing makeup. So it's just really been occupying pretty much all of my time. And I've just been experiencing a little bit of burnout. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting hustleitis right now because I forget sometimes that I work 3 jobs. So if you count YouTube as a job. So I was feeling a little burnt out, and I just really didn't have the energy to get on camera. I was tired all the time. I was always working. Sleeping in was not even a thing for me. And when it was, I cherished it. So that's where I've been. Just been working more. But now that I'm kind of back in the swing of working like a regular clock in, clock out job a little bit more, my energy isn't as low. My clients have started to slow back down a little bit, so I'm finding the extra time. All right, now that's out the way, let's start with the first question. First of all, let me answer the first question that everybody clearly wants to know. I've got this question so many times on Instagram and on YouTube. Everybody wants to know, am I single? Yeah. Yes, I am single. There's not really too much to say about it. I was in a relationship and now I'm not, so there that is. All right, so along those lines, another question I got was, how did you get the courage to leave a situation that was draining you? Let me first start by saying that my ex is a great person and I have nothing bad to say about him. So what I'm speaking about is clearly from my experience. Everybody knows that relationships are two-sided. Everybody's experience within the same relationship is different. So I'm just speaking my truth as I see it, but I don't have anything bad to say about him. So to answer that question, how did I get the courage to leave a situation that was draining me? I had to get to a point where I was enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, companionship had to take a back seat to my peace. What I mean by that is, I've always said, if you don't have peace anywhere else in this life, you should have peace in your home. And if you're coming home and you're feeling drained, or like, you know, or like you'd rather be anywhere but there, or whatever your situation is, then you need to reevaluate the people in your home, because your home, it should be your sanctuary. It really should be your sanctuary. And so I got to a place where I would rather be alone than stay in the current situation. And it kind of hit me. Like, I had my aha moment, and I was like, you know what? This isn't working, and it's not benefiting anybody in it. And I really, like, I know this probably sounds cliche, you know, everybody's entitled to believe what they believe. I do believe in God. And I really just said, okay, God, you've given me the signs. You told me what to do. I'm stepping out on faith, and I'm trusting you to, you know, to help me get through this situation. And I just decided that I wanted happiness, real happiness and real peace. And if I didn't find that, I would be perfectly okay with being alone. So that is where I'm at now. I am not even really living the single life because I'm not dating. I'm just getting to know myself again. I know that sounds also very cliche, but whatevs, that's what's happening. So yeah, I don't know. I really don't know where the courage came from. I think it just came from me valuing myself, me realizing that what I deserve, and coming to terms with the fact that I wasn't going to get what I deserved in that current situation. And that, once again, that's no shade to him. I just really started thinking about the traits that I wanted in my significant other. So what I did was I sat back and I thought about, okay, if I was a single woman right now, what things would I be looking for in my significant other, right? And list those things. And then I started looking at, are those traits currently in my current significant other? And I'm not saying that he doesn't possess those traits. I'm saying that they were not being displayed in my relationship, or had been displayed in the past few years. And so once I kind of, you know, ran down my list and realized that little to none of those traits were present in my relationship, I realized that I couldn't do this anymore. All right, so another question I got was, how do I feel about getting back into dating as a full-figured woman? Terrified. Honestly, it has brought back a lot of old insecurities, because, you know, in relationships, we get comfortable, we get complacent. And so, you know, maybe we're not working out as much or paying attention to our body as much. And I in no way want to be skinny, but my body was about 30 pounds lighter when I was single last. Not to mention, I've always been a relationship person. I've always been in and out of relationships. I hardly ever spend any time single in between my relationships. So that's also very different, because the last time I was single, I was 19 years old. So I'm terrified of getting back into dating in general, but definitely a little bit more afraid, because on one end, it's the insecurities about, you know, things that aren't perfect about my body. And then on the other end, there is, you know, the fear of being fetishized and somebody only wanting me for my body. And that was just a fear I hadn't had to look at in a long time. I've, you know, been in my current past relationship for 8 years. And so, yeah, it's, I'm a little bit afraid of it, but I am also really secure with who I am. I've gotten to a place where I don't need somebody to validate me and tell me that I'm beautiful all the time. I tell myself that. Look, I be looking in the mirror like, girl, why did God make you so dang on fine, honey? So I really do boost myself up. So, I mean, if a guy approaches me, he obviously must find me attractive. So I just kind of relish in that. Like, you know, as a full-figure woman, if a guy's approaching me, he must like full-figure women. But like I said, I'm also not currently seeking any validation about being a full-figure woman. So I haven't 100% crossed that bridge also, like I said, because I'm not actively dating right now. So the next question I got was like real specific. It says, how do you feel about the friend zone after a breakup? If one person still harbors emotional feelings for the other person, should it be accepted or should you just move on? This is a topic I honestly know quite a bit about. And in my opinion, move on. Because here's the thing. Being friend zoned after a relationship is fine for the person that friend zoned you. So if you are the friend zoner, you're fine. Because you've been clear about your expectations and what you do and do not want at this point. You broke on off the relationship. You've casted them as just a friend. And now they have the option to either be your friend or be nothing at all. And you are free of all responsibility of hurting that person because you did your job. But the friend zoned oftentimes is holding out hope that they will be missed, things will change, their mind will change. And so they're okay staying in the friend zone because they'd rather have you as a friend than nothing at all. And so you may be putting up with things that would normally hurt your feelings because it's a different dynamic of the relationship. You feel me? You no longer have access to that person the way you used to. And so I'm sure it would hurt to see that person dating someone else, which they are completely entitled to, you know, or entertaining somebody else or any of those things. And so if you're the friend zoned, I feel like you're putting yourself in a really vulnerable situation to have your feelings hurt, even though you know you don't really have a right to have your feelings hurt. It still doesn't keep it from happening. You're still gonna feel some kind of way when they start dating again. So rather be close to the situation and try to pretend like you don't care. Put some distance there, put some space there. Allow those feelings to die down, work through it, maybe get out there and date a little bit just to kind of, I'm not saying like date people, you know, for fun or recreationally, but get out and meet some other people. Realize that there are some other good people out there besides the person you were dating. They're not the last, you know, person that's going to love you or be interested in you. And then maybe once you can shake that off, then you can be friends with that person and genuinely be friends. But I feel like trying to be friends directly after the relationship, it's messy, it's gray. I would say let it go. Whether you're the friend zoned or the friend zoner, either way, let it go. Because even being the friend zoner, you still are, if you have any kind of heart, you don't want to hurt that person. And you moving on and treating them like an actual friend, you can't talk to them about the relationship. You can't talk to them about the people that you're talking to or you're interested in or attracted to or anything. You can't do any of the real friend things with that friend without hurting them. And if you're okay with hurting them, then, you know, that might be something you need to unpack. But most people with a good heart don't want to see anybody hurt. And so I feel like, you know, put some space there. All right. And the last relationship related question I got was when to introduce your new boo to the family. I would say when you are sure that he is everything you think he is. So when you can really see some real longevity in that relationship and he has shown you that, not just told you that, and you genuinely feel like he's a great person and that he is deserving of you, because if he is not deserving of you in any way, shape, form, or fashion, your family, if they're anything like mine, are not going to hold back in telling you that. So yeah, if you are just having fun, if you're just not getting to know him, I would say don't. But if you guys have been together for a little bit, you felt him out, you guys are, you know, seem to be hitting off, you are in love, whatever, and he is a good guy in every sense of the word, then I would say, you know, introduce him. I wouldn't put a time frame on it. If I had to put one on it, I'd say maybe, I don't know, 6 months to a year. Like when you guys both know it's serious, when you're talking about the future together, and it's clear that, you know, that eventually they may be in your family's life. They may be with you long term and be a part of your family. I think that's when you should introduce them. I think oftentimes we introduce our family members to our significant others too quickly because our significant others see that as a milestone. Meeting the family means that you're really in it. But in my opinion, yeah, it can mean that, but in my opinion, meeting the family should mean that you are considering making them a part of your family. That is just my opinion. All right, some lifestyle based questions. One says, making friends as an adult. I'm guessing the question is like how to do that, or what I think about it. Number one, I think making friends as an adult is great. I have made most of my close friends now are friends that I made as adults, because as an adult now you are, you know, kind of grown into who you are, your personality, and you're more likely to make friends with like-minded people. You know, the person that you are when you're 15, 16 is not the person that you are when you're 28, you know, 27. So I would say that making friends as an adult is a great thing, because those friendships oftentimes are more genuine because you've made friends with somebody who is similar to you, or at least has similar interests. How to do that? I would say honestly, just frequent places and start conversation. Don't be afraid to compliment a girl's outfit. Don't be afraid to, you know, if you're having lunch by yourself and you see a group of girls look like they're having fun, I know it might be intimidating, but ask them if they have room at their table for one more person. Most girls, unless they're, you know, catty bitches, are gonna say, yeah, girl, of course, come sit with us. And they're gonna want to get to know you. And if they are not that way, then you probably don't want to be friends with them anyway. Which, like I said, I know could be intimidating, but, or, you know, if there's somebody on social media that you see post a bunch of stuff that, you know, similar to you, or you see them doing things that you enjoy doing, DM them. Hey girl, what's going on? You know, I see you go hiking. When do you go hiking? I would love to go with you. It's that simple. And that's how you make friends as an adult. Just don't having too much pride is what'll keep you from making friends as an adult, because you kind of feel like, oh, everybody already has their friend groups, and you know, it's weird to try to make friends as an adult. It's not. It's beautiful. And some of my best friendships are friendships that I've made as an adult. All right, another question I got asked was balancing work and having a social life. Honey, it's hard. I think it's important to not give your entire life to a job. I feel like that's the only time you wind up feeling burnt out from your job and not having a social life, is when you give your job too much of you. Like, it's important to remember that you are nothing but an employee to these jobs, no matter how cool your boss is, no matter how, you know, how much you love, whatever. You are a person to make a thing happen for these jobs. And if you were to die today, they would have your position posted tomorrow. So don't give up your whole life trying to prove some point to some job. If you work Monday through Friday, on Friday at 5 o'clock, whenever you get off, clock out and check out mentally. And don't think about it, and go have fun with your friends. If your schedule is a little bit more irregular and maybe you keep missing your friends, and maybe that's why you feel like you don't have a social life, because, you know, maybe the rest of your friends work traditional hours and you work a job that requires you to work at night or weekend or something like that, then I would say, you know, when you get your schedule, express it to your friends. Be like, hey, I've got this day off. Y'all want to do lunch at this time, at this day, and set actual plans. So that way you feel like you're still getting some social life in. Because I know I have a friend, and her work schedule is pretty irregular and different than all of ours. But we usually just try to get with her and see what her work schedule is looking like for the upcoming week. And then that way we can try to plan something with her. Or if we are planning something bigger, then we'll let her know in advance, so that way she can put in her time off request. So I think it's just important, like I said, not to give your entire life to a job that's definitely not giving its everything to you. And then the other question I got on that same message was, do titles matter? Okay, I'm gonna say something and I'm gonna contradict myself. Yes, titles matter to me, because I feel like the only person who doesn't want a title is a person who wants to be able to maybe do things that would be disrespectful. So what I mean by that is, like, you know, if I call you my girlfriend, then there are clear things that I should and shouldn't be doing if I have a girlfriend. But if I can keep you around under the guise of we're just talking, we're just friends, and I never give you the title of my girlfriend, then I can do whatever I want. And if this should ever come back to me, then I can say, well, you're not my girlfriend. So, and that, I feel like 90% of the time, that's what not wanting a title amounts to. It's just wanting to be able to do what you want to do. Which is fine. If you want to do what you want to do that, but don't string another person along who thinks it's something different. Now, to contradict myself, I would say that depending on your situation and how organic it is, you may not need to actually place a title on it because y'all both know what it is. And not like saying that like how men say, we don't need to put a title on it, we know what we are. No, I mean, like, it's very clear that you're not talking to anybody else. It's very clear that he's not talking to anybody else. You guys are not dating. You are dating exclusively. And you don't have to say you're my boyfriend for y'all to understand that y'all are dating. That's your boyfriend. That's your girlfriend. I feel like in mature relationships, that's just kind of how it happens. You get more serious with the other person. You know, you start cutting off any loose ends because the more serious you get with this person, the more you don't want to lose them, of course. And having those loose ends could cause you to lose them. So you may not have to say you're my boyfriend or do you want to be my boyfriend for it to be understood that you're my boyfriend. If you're doing boyfriend stuff, you're doing girlfriend stuff, you're not dating anybody else, you're not entertaining anybody else, neither one of you are, neither one of you desires to do that, that's your boyfriend. And that's okay. If you feel more comfortable because you've been burned in the past by not putting a title on something, then express that. Say to, you know, whoever you're dating, hey, I feel like we're on the same page, but I just want to be clear because I've had X, Y, and Z experience. You know, are we dating exclusively? Are you my boyfriend? And any mature man who feels the same way that you feel is going to say, yeah. And if he says no, then you just found out something you really needed to find out. All right, so now I'm getting to some more social media influencer related questions. One question I got was, what is the most common misconception about you? Hands down, it is that I'm stuck up. I do not know where that comes from. I honestly think it comes from people's own perception of me, the way I carry myself, and they assume that that means that I am stuck up. I don't even really know what stuck up means. I consider that to be somebody who looks down on other people, is incapable of having a good time, things like that. That is not at all my character. If y'all know me, y'all know I grew up poor. I grew up, you know, I did not grow up with the best of the best. If you know me currently, you know that I am still not some flashy, you know, I don't have all these things that all these other influencers have. I don't have all this status. I don't have all this clout. I'm not full of myself. I'm not big-headed by any means. So I don't understand where the whole stuck up notion comes from. There are things that I do and do not tolerate. There is certain behavior that if I see it happening with somebody that I'm growing close with, I will 100% cut it off because it can be dangerous and toxic to me. But as far as being stuck up, thinking I'm better than somebody, I feel like that just comes from people's own insecurity and projecting that onto you. But yeah, that's the most common misconception about me, is that I'm stuck up. Confidence, advice, and confidence wearing certain outfits. So when it comes to being confident in general, I feel like positive affirmations can definitely help you there. You got to believe that you are like top 2 and you ain't number 2. Like, you got to believe that. You got to know, like, yeah, she's beautiful, but so am I. But you know what's so funny? It's so, like, people say, like, you know, confidence is, you know, walking into a room and feeling like you're the most beautiful girl there. Which is true. I feel like I am beautiful. In any situation, I do feel like I am beautiful. But is it really confidence if you're comparing yourself to other people to begin with? Food for thought. I just think, you know, that I am a great person. I know what I offer in friendships. I know what I offer in relationships. I know what I offer in workplace situations. I know that I have a lot to offer in general, and that gives me confidence. I know that I'm a person of substance, a person of morals, and so I'm confident in the fact that I am a good person. I think that I am a work in progress and a masterpiece at the same time. And so I am confident in my body. I don't know. I feel like I big up myself a whole lot. So that way, I'm number one, not looking for anybody else to do it for me. And number two, I project that all the time. So I'll look in the mirror. I'll tell myself that I'm beautiful. I will, I'll do something and I'll congratulate myself. I'll score a deal and be like, girl, you a hustler. Or, whatever it is, I big up myself. And that helps me with my confidence. Don't be afraid to stand in your light. You understand what I'm saying? Like, don't be afraid to boast about yourself a little bit. Because if you made accomplishments, then you earn those things. And you don't serve anybody by dimming your light. So I feel like the more you big up yourself, the more you tell yourself that you're beautiful, that you're smart, then you start projecting those things. And that is where your confidence comes from. Now, when it comes to confidence wearing certain outfits, well, number one, I really do try to dress for my body type. I know that for me, the things that flatter me the most and the things that I am most comfortable in is something high-waisted and some kind of crop top, typically with a knot or a tie in the front because it kind of cinches the waist in. I know, what is, in my opinion, my more desirable features, and some features I might want to be, I might want to work on, or I'm not just crazy about, or whatever. And so I try to highlight those desirable features, and I try to, I won't say conceal, but conceal the features that I'm not the most confident in. So, like my fupa, as much as, she's a part of me, I wish she wasn't. So I opt for high-waisted jeans because that's going to conceal my fupa. And so in dressing for my body type, I feel confident in what I'm wearing because I know that what I'm wearing compliments me. And like, there are certain things I just wouldn't touch because I wouldn't feel confident in it. Like t-shirt dresses, love them. They just don't flatter my body type. It makes me look like a triangle with something draped over it. It's not cute. So I don't do it because I wouldn't feel confident in it. Now, I say that to say I don't want to do it. I don't want to wear a t-shirt dress because I know it's not going to flatter me. If you want to wear a crop top, baby, wear a crop top. I don't care what your stomach looks like. Wear a crop top. Put that damn crop top on. Because if that's something that you want to do. Now, if you're being pressured to dress a certain way because of society or whatever, or current fashion trends or whatever is pressuring you to dress a certain way, and that's why you don't feel confident, then that's a different conversation that you need to have about what do you like, what do you value, what is your style. But I would just say dress in things that you like and you'll always feel confident. All right, along the lines of dressing, somebody asked me, how do I come up with my outfit ideas? Well, first I kind of decide on like what kind of vibe I'm going for. Am I going for more streetwear, more casual, something a little bit more dressy, brunchy, clubby, figure out the vibe. And then for me, I usually dress, I know this sounds crazy, but for my pants, because my pants is my most complicated thing. So I think about, how comfortable do I want to be that day? And how they fit. And then I think about the top that goes well with the way those pants fit on me, and then the shoes that go with the top, and then the accessories that go with the outfit. And that's kind of how I create my outfits. I've also, I also look to certain people that I like their style and as fashion influence. So like, I really like Aaliyah Face. I like the way she dresses. So I kind of like looking at her stuff and thinking about like, maybe like the color scheme I really liked, and I want to try something in that color scheme, or I like the way she wore leather pants with a ribbed top and I want to try that, or something like that, So, I follow people whose style I like, and I get outfit inspo from them. And that's really it. I just kind of think about like, or if I see a piece that I really, really like, then I start piecing together what I think would look great with that. Like, okay, if I was gonna wear this top, I'd wear it to brunch. What kind of pants would I wear with this top to brunch? And then I start thinking about the outfit based on the whatever item I was drawn to, and then the occasion I would wear it for. And if somebody asks, do I always have somewhere to go every single time I get dressed up? Honey, no. It is COVID out here. COVID is alive and well, unfortunately. And so we need to be being safe. There is not anywhere to really go. So no, I don't. Most of the times I don't have anywhere to go. I get dressed, I go take a picture, I come home, I put on sweatpants, and I, you know, continue whatever social media work I have to do. That's usually what's happening. All right, getting down to my last two questions. The question I got was, what about yourself are you most proud of since starting YouTube that used to annoy you about yourself? That was a really hard question, and I had to really give it some thought. But I think, honestly, I think my body. Like, I have always been so insecure about my body, and don't get me wrong, the insecurities are still there. But seeing how much me just embracing my body has encouraged other women to embrace their body, now I'm so grateful for the body that I was placed in, because God gave me this body and the courage to be okay in it, to be confident in it, and to project that to the world and to inspire other women to do the same. So as much as I used to hate my body, I used to wish my body looked like something completely different, I am very grateful for it now because it has helped me inspire a lot of different women. All right, y'all, and last question is, how would you like to benefit most by being a rising social media influencer? I'd have to say I would like to be the curvy fashion influencer for people. For curvy and full figure women, I would like to be the go-to influencer for that. I would like the way that Jackiana is a person I go to when I'm looking for new complexion products. The way that, you know, Aaliyah's Face is my person I go to when I'm looking for fashion related things. I would like to be that for curvy women. I would like to be the person that, you know, is looked at and they're like, oh my God, she's, you know, she's confident. Like, if you're having problems with your confidence as a curvy woman, go watch one of her videos. Or, you know, she's got it figured out when it comes to projecting yourself as a beautiful, confident, classy, well-respected curvy woman. I want to be that go-to person for other curvy women. So that is my goal. What I hope to gain is just a community of beautiful, confident, kind, smart women who embrace their bodies and don't need anybody to validate that for them. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on my outfit, and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm wearing and what I'm gonna smell like today. All right, y'all, so I decided to do my outfits like this because I figured y'all would rather see all the lighting than to see my crappy angle trying to hold the camera and explain. So anyway, starting top to bottom, the earrings I have on are from Fashion Nova. Oh, my wig is from Tinashe Hair, but I don't like it. It sheds like crazy, so I don't recommend it. My necklace is from Shein. My shirt is from Fashion Nova. My jeans are American Eagle. The bag I'm carrying is from Finney London. My watch and bracelet set is JBW. The rings I have on are from this brand on Amazon called Pavoi, P-A-V-O-I. And the shoes I have on are, I don't know if you guys can see those, hold on. And the shoes that I have on are from Fashion Nova. So, and they're so comfortable. So yeah, and the fragrance I'm wearing today is this Versace Bright Crystal Absolute, one of my favorite fragrances. If you haven't checked out my top fragrances and how I get my fragrances for cheap video, make sure you check that out. So yeah, that is all I have for you guys today, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.